everybody, it's Kelly, and I have another layout here for you. So that is a super cute photo of my grandson, and in these photos, I think he's about 8 months old. He will very shortly turn 2, so it's time for me to get these photos scrapbooked. I am really working on getting 2016 completed and finished in my books. I try to do that when a year ends, that I try to get the year 2 years before that done. Now I do scrapbook not chronologically, so sometimes I don't get them done quite as soon as I wish, but that's what happens. Anyway, so I'm starting this layout out on that craft cardstock from Michaels, and then I took that kind of triangular paper there, and that is from Echo Park, That's My Boy, and it's the adventure paper. So I'm trying to kind of decide what I'm going to do here. I was just drinking my morning shake there. And I want something else there, so I find this stripe paper from Echo Park, That's My Boy, and that's the boy stripe. So that is, I'm going to cut just a little chunk of that. I believe it's a 4-inch chunk of that, and I'm going to use that as a vertical element. Now I do this all the time, where I do a vertical element with that takes up about 1/3 of the page, but I don't usually frame it, so this was something that was a little bit different. And because he was holding a ball there, I decided I wanted to use some sort of ball or boy paper if I could, and I had that small scrap of that basketball paper, and that is from Echo Park. I think it is from That's My Boy, but it's a scrap, so I don't have any more. And then I have that little tag cut apart, and that again was a scrap from, I think That's My Boy as well too. It's from a couple years old. Then I took that sticker, and that sticker, that little sticker that says important things to do, that is from the Echo Park That's My Boy element sticker sheet. And I decided I really wanted this photo to be set off just a little bit more, so I went and just grabbed a piece of red cardstock that I had in my stash, and I'm going to use that. I didn't get the photo on there quite even right away, so I'll even that up a little bit. And I am inking this entire layout with my vintage photo, Tim Holtz vintage photo. I'm using some cork arrows here. I'm going to use some cork arrows, and those are from Studio Calico, and they're just called stickers. Those are very old as well too. And as you can see, I have a ton of them left, and I need to get them used up. So I decided, instead of leaving this tag like it was on that 3x4 card, I decided to cut it out to make it look a little bit more like a tag. And I'll just re-ink those edges there. So I kind of like that. I'm using that ball paper, since he's holding a little football. I'm using that ball paper as kind of a shelf to hold everything there. But I decide it still looks like it's floating a little bit too much, and I want to ground it. So I grab this navy cardstock, and that's Basil Admiral is the color. And then I'm using this border punch here that I believe is Martha Stewart. Yeah, it's Martha Stewart. This Martha Stewart border punch. So it's just like a little sort of top note kind of border punch. All right, and then I didn't get it cut completely properly there, so I'm going to quick do that. And I'll even ink this. Even though you don't see it all that much, it's just a little finishing touch that you can tell kind of joins it with the rest of the page. And then I cut it longer than I needed it to be, because I figured I would trim it off. And that's what I did there. All right, so I like how that looks. I did grab another sticker there from That's My Boy Element stickers, that little plane. And now he's not, you know, flying a plane or anything, but it's boy layout, and I'm trying to get, you know, things that are sort of boy-like on this. Then I find that little skateboard. Obviously, he's a little bit too young for skateboards, but again, I'm using more boy elements here. I think there used to be balls and that kind of a thing on this sticker sheet, but I've used all that kind of thing up already. So I'm just going to do what I can here. All right, so again, drinking some more of my breakfast there. And I'm just going through that sticker sheet trying to figure out what to use. Okay, then again from that element sticker sheet, I find that little sticker there that says, "So happy when I'm with you." And it kind of has a stripe in it as well too. Kind of echoes the stripe in the stripe paper on the right side. And the stripes are at least going in the same direction, so that felt better. And, you know, I'm not talking about being with him or anything, but what happened is his dad posted this photo. This is my grandson, posted his photo, this photo to Facebook, and then his comment on it was the same. I'm going to use his comment as the title for this. So I added in another cork arrow there, and I'll add another one at kind of the border of the tag, and then another one here on the photo. And I love how all of that looks together. So then I'm kind of going for a little search here to see what else I can find. And I decide the one thing that I need to do here before I start adding finishing touches, which would be those wood dots there, would be that I need to figure out what my title is here. And so I want red. That red appears in here. The ball has a little bit of red in it. I have the red cardstock around the photo. So I decide I really need to get some more red on here, and that'll really pop off the page if I do that. And I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to put this title, but as I did line it up, I'm just using the bottom of that craft card, the craft cardstock line there to line this all up. I thought, you know, I could maybe even just put this right on the bottom, right underneath that photo there. And so I was just looking at another sticker sheet there to see if there was anything else I wanted to put on there, and decided, nope, that this was good, that I liked the way this was going to look. So I am actually going to glue this down here then. And I did use my wax paper there to line those up. I have the Thickers guides, but I still love my wax paper. I don't know, I feel like I can move it around a little bit more, and I can cut it apart if I decide that, you know, if I didn't want the whole title in a line, I can cut it apart to kind of help me do that. So I do like the Thickers guides, but I really love my wax paper still. All right, and then I'm having to MacGyver a V into an A. So I just took like a period and put it in the space between the upper parts of the V to make the A. It's fun actually to be creative, to figure out how to make these alphas last longer, or to get more use out of them, I guess. All right, so my title is all done there. And now I'm just adding a little bit of my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive from my fine line bottle to that one arrow. It wasn't sticking very well because of the way it came off the backing. And now I'm looking at these wood dots from my Mind's Eye Necessities, and they're called wood dots. And I like the fact that the light color of those really kind of echoes the light color of the arrows there. Alright, so I got those done. Now I need one more last little finishing touch, and that's I need some twine here. So I kind of looked at doing like a blue, but I decided I definitely wanted to add red. So I've got like that red in the airplane, I have the red in the title, I have the red around the photo, and then I'm going to have that little bit of red twine there. So that'll finish that all up nicely. Here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and we'll be back again with another video soon. Bye!